Once upon a time, in a peaceful forest where golden sunlight filtered through tall trees and birds sang cheerful songs, there lived a mighty lion named Leo. Leo was strong, proud, and known as the King of the Forest. His roar echoed through the trees, and all the animals respected him. But despite his strength, Leo had a gentle heart. He believed that being strong did not mean being cruel, and that true power was shown through kindness and fairness. Not far from the open grasslands lived a tiny mouse named Milo. Milo was small, quick, and curious about everything. While other animals often overlooked him because of his size, Milo believed that everyone, no matter how small, had a purpose, spent his days exploring hidden paths, collecting shiny seeds, and helping other animals in little ways that often went unnoticed. Deep inside the forest, near a quiet riverbank, lived a big, sleepy bear named Bruno. Bruno was huge, furry, and loved only two things in life: eating sweet berries and sleeping under the shade of old trees. He was not fast or fierce, but he had a warm heart. Most of the time, Bruno slept through the day and night, unaware of the adventures happening around him. One sunny morning, Leo decided to take a long walk through the forest. As he stepped carefully through the tall grass, he suddenly felt something tickling his paw. He lifted it up and saw Milo, the mouse, trembling with fear. Milo had accidentally run across Leo's path and was now trapped beneath the shadow of the mighty lion. Leo looked down at the tiny mouse and laughed softly. "Little one," he said, "I could crush you with one paw. Why do you run so carelessly?" Milo gathered his courage and replied, "I am sorry, Your Majesty. I did not mean any harm. Please let me go, and one day I promise I will help you." 2. The lion smiled at the idea. How could such a small creature ever help the king of the forest? But Leo believed in mercy. He gently lifted his paw and let Milo go. "Run along," Leo said, "and be careful." Milo's eyes sparkled with gratitude. "Thank you," he said, and disappeared into the grass. Days passed, and the forest remained calm. One afternoon, Leo wandered farther than usual and unknowingly stepped into a hunter's trap. Strod ropes tightened around him, and no matter how hard he struggled, he could not break free. Whose powerful roars echoed through the forest, filled with anger and fear. Milo heard the roar and recognized it immediately. There, without hesitation, the tiny mouse ran toward at the sound. When he saw Leo trapped, his heart pounded, but he did not run away. Instead, he climbed onto the ropes and began to chew them with his sharp little teeth. It took time, and his jaws ached, but Milo did not give up. Finally, the ropes snapped, and Leo was free. The lion looked at Milo in amazement. "You saved me," Leo said softly. "I was wrong to doubt you." Milo smiled proudly. Even the smallest friend can make a big difference. From that day on, Leo and Milo became close friends. One evening, as the sun dipped low and the forest turned orange and purple, Leo and Milo walked together near the river, Theno. There noticed Bruno the bear sleeping soundly near a beehive. Slatty. Honey dripped from the hive, and bees buzzed angrily around Bruno's nose. Milo giggled, but Leo sensed danger. Before they could wake him, Bruno sneezed loudly. The beehive fell, and the angry bees chased Bruno into the forest. Half awake and confused, Bruno ran wildly, crashing into bushes and trees. In his panic, he unknowingly ran toward a steep cliff. Milo saw what was happening and shouted, but his voice was too small. Leo roared loudly to get Bruno's attention, but the bear was too frightened to stop. Thinking quickly, Milo ran ahead and dropped a trail of berries leading away from the cliff. Bruno, still half asleep and hungry, followed the scent and slowed down. Leo reached Bruno just in time and stood firmly in his path. Seeing the lion, Bruno stopped and finally woke up fully. When he realized how close he had come to danger, he sat down heavily and began to cry. "I'm sorry," Bruno said. "Or never pay attention. Today, I just sleep and eat." Leo placed a paw gently on Bruno's shoulder. "Being slow doesn't mean being useless," he said. "Today, you learned something important." Milo added, "And you're safe because we work together." From that day forward, the three became an unlikely trio. Leo protected the forest with wisdom. Milo watched closely for small dangers others missed, and Bruno helped by moving heavy logs, blocking rivers during floods, and offering warmth to animals during cold nights. One day, a terrible storm hit the forest. Trees fell, paths disappeared, and many animals were trapped. Leo led rescue efforts, Milo guided animals through small hidden tunnels, and Bruno used his strength to clear paths. Together, they saved the forest. When the storm passed, all the animals gathered to thank them. Leo spoke to everyone and said that bravery comes in many forms. Intelligence is as important as strength, and kindness is the greatest power of all. Milo stood proudly, Bruno smiled shyly, and the forest echoed with happiness. And so, the lion, the mouse, and the sleepy bear taught everyone a lesson they would never forget. No one is too small to help. True, no one is too slow to matter. And true friendship makes even the biggest challenges easier to overcome.